The importance of scientific research. Life is short, experience treacherous, judgment difficult, said Hippocrates, the father of medicine 2000 years ago. No less than now, judgment was difficult, life support. The barber was the surgeon, and major operations were equivalent to death warrants. The physician, when he did not refer to the ancients, was still looking to chance experience for his knowledge, while Aztec Cholera struck the land. When it was that experience which began to be supplemented by experiment, introduced diseases heavy discovered. The circulation of the blood Jenner banished the truths of a smallpox pasture. Experimental chemist turning to the study of microorganisms laid the foundation of modern medicine. Listen, applying the new knowledge to his work with the spiral founded modern aesthetic surgery, all in 300 years, and simply because men began to absorb closely with open minds while they cause things to happen instead of observing casually with closed minds, and when things changes to happen. What of the method by which men can thus creating or helping nature to create a better physical environment for us all? If the desire is for something intrinsically new, whether an alloy steel, a synthetic dye tube, a radio tube, or a spineless cactus, it must be obtained, if at all, in nature prescribed way. It must be created, and nobody who is in a hurry to get something has ever been very successfully in leading what way nature prescribed. On the other hand, certain intrinsically honest, preserving individual endowed with insatiable, crucially keep power of observation, originally patient commonness, and the urge to take infinite pains, have been not ably successful in including nature to reveal her secret way of working. Besides, to such it is the best of all sport. So Ben quickly began to learn from nature, to begin to observe her closely, and to record faithfully what he observed as an experiment. He is like any other general man, must have a well through out plan of attack, but must also be an opportunist and change his plan to meet unexpected situations as they rise. He must be open-minded, must seek facts regardless of whether they may lead him. If he is not open-minded, is not intrinsically honest, he will be inclined to explain away an unexpected result. He may even refrain from recording it. In such a case, he is not playing the game, but the overlook the fact that some of the greatest discoveries have come out of irregular results, which were not rejected but were further investigated. It was only a slight irregularity found in the orbit of Uranus and Uranus that led Adams and Leverrier independently to discover Neptune. There was less than 1% of residue of inert gas that remained when combined tried by elastic sparking to combine atmospheric nitrogen and oxygen. But he recorded and reported the fact, and 100 years later, Rayleigh, reporting the experiment, found the residue to be a new gaseous element, argon, which is used in gas-filled electric lamp. This was to all Ramsay was thus led to discover in our atmosphere a whole series of inert elementary gas, among them neon, employed in the orange-red light seen in the business street. It was from the detection of otherwise unexplained line in the solar spectrum that helium was discovered, though no one felt sure at the time that it was equal to sun. Later, Rayleigh discovered traces of it in the air. All these came about because Pensing experiment observed closely and recorded faithfully what they saw. As Joseph Henry, contemporary of Faraday, put it, the seeds of great discovery are constantly floating around us, but they only take root in minds will refuse to receive them. Experiment conducted for the discovery of new fact and their relation of other fact is scientific research. Behind it all is the well-founded conviction that there is order in all natural phenomena. For every determined rise above future while experimenting, there is in waiting the more than compensating joy of having created something. None is better qualified to fear testimony to his than Pasteur. Listen to his appraisal of the lot of the researcher. It is indeed of hard task when you believe you have found an important scientific fact and are anxious to publish it. No constrain yourself for days, weeks, years, sometimes to fight with yourself to try to run your own experiment and only to proclaim your discovery after having exploited all country hypotheses. But when after so many efforts you have at last arrived at a certainly, your joy is one of the greatest which can be felt by a human soul, and the through that you will have contributed to the honor of your country renders that joy still deeper. It has been truly said that the great event of history and its great scientific discoveries in our country, science is the soul of the prosperity of nation and the living source of all progress. Undoubtedly, the trying daily discussion of politics seems to be our guide. Employ appearance what really lead us forward a few scientific discovery and the application.